Okay, the video I'm making today is going to show you how to install a set of Williams Fiber Optic fire sights onto your Savage 60 series rifle or any other rifle that has the standard 3/8 dovetail slots on the barrel for your front and rear buckhorn sights. Here is your standard front sight that is inserted inside a 3/8 dovetail and is common on most of your 22 rifles. And here is your common buckhorn rear sight, which is also installed in a 3/8 dovetail cut into the barrel of the rifle. We're going to remove both the front and the rear sight by using a brass punch and driving them out of the barrel groove, the dovetail groove. And that is commonly done from the left to the right, because most of your sights have a taper on them, and it makes it easier to drive them out going from the left side towards the right side of the barrel. Before driving out the front and the rear sight, I suggest you put a piece of tape on the barrel and mark with a pen or pencil where the existing sight, the position of it on the barrel, so that you can recenter the new sight back in that position after you install the new sights. Do this for the front and the back sights, and it'll make it much easier to get the sights centered back on the barrel when you install the new ones. Alright, when you're ready to drive out the sight, use a brass punch and a hammer and support the barrel either on a block of wood or, better yet, inside a padded vise. And then, using a punch, drive the sight out from the left side of the barrel to the right. And it may be hard to get started, but once it starts moving, it should be fairly easy to finish driving it out. Do that to the front and to the right and to the rear sight. One tip I heard or read was spray the sight with some liquid carburetor or brake cleaner or some Freon, and that will get the sight very cold, which will shrink it down in size. And you have to apply the cleaner onto it, get it cold, and then right away drive it out. That's supposed to help. Here are the front and the rear sights after they have been driven out. I don't know if you can see, but there's definitely a taper to that front sight, and the rear doesn't have as much of a taper, maybe, if it even has a taper at all. But again, that's the reason you drive it out from the left to the right side. I'll show a close-up of that taper on the sight here in a still photo. Install your new fiber optic sights using the reverse procedure as the removal of the old ones. This time you're going to drift it in from the right to the left, from the right side of the barrel to the left, using punch and a hammer, and I recommend again a brass punch, and drive it in until it is centered on the barrel and lined up with the mark that you originally made on the tape. Once you have centered the rear sight on the barrel, there's a set screw right here that you can tighten down to hold it in position. There's also a screw here that you can use to fine-tune and here is the rear sight that has been also driven back in and centered on the rifle barrel. After you have installed the rear sight on the gun and have centered it, you will see a set screw at the front of the sight that you can tighten down to keep the sight in position. There is also a set screw at the rear of the sight which allows you to fine-tune the windage, and then there's another set screw a little bit forward of that that allows you to adjust for the elevation. So there's 3 set screws on that new sight. One holds the whole assembly in place in the dovetail. The rearward set screw allows for fine-tuning of the windage, and then the other set screw allows you to adjust for elevation. Thank you for watching the video, and I will post the part numbers for this sight in the description. There is a different part number based on the Ruger part number for it, or the Williams part number for it. And they are the same part, but just different part numbers. Thank you.